हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू upscprep.com। तो मेरा नाम नीलम भाटिया है एंड आई एम अ फैकल्टी ऑफ पॉलिटी एट upscprep.com। एंड ये वीडियो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और बहुत ही हेल्पफुल होने वाला है। वाई? बिकॉज आज हम बात करेंगे कि अगर आप एक एब्सोल्यूट बिगिनर हैं तो आपको पॉलिटी कैसे प्रिपेयर करनी है। तो हम ये मान के चल रहे हैं कि आपको कुछ भी नहीं पता अबाउट यूपीएससी प्रेपरेशन एंड यू आर स्टार्टिंग अ फ्रेश। तो जब नई स्टार्टिंग कर रहे हैं तो वो कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जिनका आपको ध्यान रखना है ताकि आप मिस्टेक्स ना करें फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग, ताकि आप ऐसी तैयारी करें जहां आपका टाइम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यूटिलाइज हो और कम से कम वेस्ट। So the objective of this video is pretty clear. I want to give you a step by step guide जिससे आप UPSC prelims को conquer कर सकते हैं। So we at upscprep.com believe कि आपको स्टेज वाइज मैनर में प्रेपरेशन करनी चाहिए, which means that you should be very solid with your prelims preparation and alongside of course built up the base for mains, and then you should be mains ready, and then eventually we come back to our preparation of interview. So when we talk about the stage manner, इस वीडियो का ऑब्जेक्टिव यही है कि आपको ये बताया जाए what are the ways through which you can conquer polity for your UPSC prelims, and इसके साथ साथ how can you lay a foundation for your mains। अब मेन स्पेसिफिक कैसे तैयारी करनी है उसके लिए भी एक वीडियो जल्द आपके पास आने वाला है। So consider this video as your starting point if you are beginning your UPSC preparation for the polity section. And if you're already somebody who is prepared, this can act as a checklist as to whether you are on the right track or not. तो अगर आपको कुछ समय भी हो गया है प्रिपेयर करते हुए, आप इस वीडियो को देखकर ये पता लगा सकते हैं कि आप सही ट्रैक पर हैं या नहीं। वीडियो बहुत ही सिंपल रखेंगे, बहुत ही कंसाइज रखेंगे एंड एट द सेम टाइम हम उन स्ट्रैटेजीज की बात करेंगे जो पहले काम आ चुकी हैं एंड आगे भी काम आने वाली हैं। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। अब सबसे पहले, इवन बिफोर वी बिगिन, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट आई वुड लाइक टू आंसर इज व्हाई इज पॉलिटी सो इम्पॉर्टेंट इन योर यूपीएससी जर्नी। नाउ आई नो हर टीचर अपने सब्जेक्ट को अच्छा बताता है, सो एवरी टीचर विल टेल यू इकोनॉमी इज important, history is important, and so they are, because at the end of the day you never know which subject would be given weightage which year. But having said that, my job here is to tell you what is the importance of polity in this journey. देखो, पॉलिटी पे जो आप इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो ना, वो आपको प्रिलिम्स और मेंस दोनों में हेल्प करता है। बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स प्रिलिम्स में एवरी ईयर द रेंज कैन बी एनीवेयर बिटवीन 10 to 18 क्वेश्चंस एवरी ईयर, एंड ऑल्सो यही कॉन्सेप्ट्स आपको मेंस में भी हेल्प करते हैं। बिकॉज माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, यू हैव अ जीएस पेपर 2 जिसका एक एस्पेक्ट पॉलिटी एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है। ऑफ कोर्स वहाँ गवर्नेंस, सोशल जस्टिस, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस भी आता है, बट पॉलिटी ऑफ कोर्स इज अ मेजर पार्ट ऑफ योर जीएस पेपर 2 एज वेल। अब एक बात और लॉजिकली सोचिए, यू आर गोइंग टू बी द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स ऑफ दिस कंट्री। सो वेदर यू आर एन आईएएस ऑफिसर, आईपीएस ऑफिसर, आईएफएस ऑफिसर, you need to know what the constitution talks about. So very many basic things, for example your fundamental rights, how does the governance structure of the country look like, ये सब आपके लिए ऑन जॉब भी important है। तो ऑब्वियसली वो आपके सिलेबस में भी रिफ्लेक्ट होते हैं, क्वेश्चन पेपर में भी रिफ्लेक्ट होते हैं, एंड इवन व्हेन यू गो टू सिट इन योर इंटरव्यूज these aspects matter. So knowing polity, having a solid hold over your polity will be very very beneficial in your long run. और देखिए यूपीएससी का गेम इतना there's a catch in this game, and that is where do you invest your time, because the point is there is a lot to do and the time that you have is limited. So how do you invest your time definitely matters, and इसीलिए what I would like to tell you is polity पर अगर आप time invest करेंगे तो the return on investment is definitely very strong. So if you have PSIR optional, that is an added advantage also, because there's a lot of overlap when it comes to your polity helping you in your PSIR and PSIR helping you in your polity. Having said that, it is always very wise to begin your preparation with polity as well. So अगर आप beginner हैं, you can begin your UPSC preparation with polity. Now before we begin, I would like to tell you some primers. Now what are these primers? Even before I tell you sources, even before I tell you आपको कहाँ से पढ़ाई करनी है, कैसे questions आते हैं, कुछ चीज़ों का ना day 1 से याद ध्यान रखिएगा. So the day 1 of your polity preparation, remember conceptual clarity is significant. तो देखो over the internet दो views हैं. कुछ लोग ऐसा कहते हैं कि this exam is all about concepts, and there are some who will tell you that it's all about facts. Now let me tell you one thing, both are important, particularly when it comes to polity. So conceptual clarity is super important, there is no doubt about that. You need to know your concepts very well. So unless आपको ये नहीं पता रूल ऑफ लॉ क्या है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है क्या, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मोरालिटी क्या होती है, व्हाट इज ड्यू प्रोसेस ऑफ लॉ, स्पीकर कैसे इलेक्ट होते हैं, स्पीकर प्रो टर्म क्या है, अनलेस यू आर गुड विथ योर कॉन्सेप्ट्स, फैक्ट्स याद करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. सो फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग बी वेरी श्योर दैट यू हैव टू बी वेरी गुड विथ योर कॉन्सेप्ट्स, बट एट द सेम टाइम फैक्ट्स भी इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. तो अगर आपको लग रहा है कि हम तो यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, हमें तो फैक्ट्स याद करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, देन यू नीड टू चेक योर PYQs. बिकॉज देखिए क्वेश्चंस कैसे आए हैं, डीलिमिटेशन कमीशन कितनी बार बना है. सो हाउ कैन यू रिमेंबर इट ओनली विद कॉन्सेप्ट्स? यू नीड टू मेमोराइज इट. देयर आर स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस ऑन आर्टिकल्स ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विच नीड टू बी मेमोराइज्ड. तो एक मिथ अपने दिमाग से निकाल दीजिए दैट इट्स ओनली अबाउट कॉन्सेप्ट्स और इट इज ओनली अबाउट फैक्ट्स. नो, इट इज अबाउट बोथ कॉन्सेप्ट्स एज वेल एज फैक्ट्स. दोनों ही इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. फाइनली आई हैव सीन सो मेनी पीपल जो पॉलिटी पढ़ लेते हैं बट रिविजन पर ध्यान नहीं देते, एंड दिस इज वेयर द मेजर प्रॉब्लम लाइज. तो देखो भाई, इतना सारा कुछ है पॉलिटी में, सो मेनी फैक्ट्स आर देयर, सो मेनी कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर देयर, सो मेनी न्यूआंसेस आर देयर कि आप मल्टीपल रिविजन के बिना इनको याद नहीं रख सकते. So what will happen in the exam days, and if some of you have already given this exam and if you resonate with it, मुझे बताना in the comment section. So many times it would happen that you might have looked at a question and you might think कि मुझे देखा हुआ लग रहा है, I've heard about it, I've read about it, but I'm not able to exactly answer it. And that is because you delay revisions. तो होता क्या है, you rely on multiple sources, right? ये नया मार्केट में मटेरियल आ गया, लेट मी बाय इट, ये नया मार्केट में मटेरियल आ गया, लेट मी बाय इट, बट दैट इज नॉट द वे टू गो अबाउट इट. जितने सोर्सेज आप कम रखेंगे और उनको जितनी बार रिवाइज करेंगे, पॉलिटी सेक्शन में इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू आर कीपिंग योर रिसोर्सेज टू मिनिमम बट रिवाइजिंग देम मल्टीपल टाइम्स. बिकॉज रिमेंबर, अ गुड लुक एट PYQs विल टेल यू दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस इन पॉलिटी आर डूएबल. अब मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूँ दैट दे आर ईजी. See, when you sit in exam hall and when you talk outside it, बहुत difference है. So, post facto analysis कर तो हम बता सकते हैं कि भाई पेपर easy था, यहाँ से आया था, वहाँ से आया था. But when you're giving that exam, it's not that easy. But what I mean by doable is, अगर आपके basic अच्छे हैं, अगर आपने multiple times अपने basics को revise किया है, अगर आपने अपने short notes बना कर रखे हैं, या फिर you have been very good with your PYQs and mock tests, तो ये questions आप solve कर पाएंगे. And the good thing is, you know the resources, you just need to revise them multiple times. Acha, still there can be a question or two that you might not be able to answer. But my point is, we don't need to sweat over it. So अगर आप 90% questions from polity answer कर पा रहे हैं, you have won the battle at least for your polity section. So remember, since the questions are doable, it makes sense that you give time to this preparation, you revise multiple times, and you keep your sources minimum. So finally, I would tell you that the return on investment in this subject is pretty good, and therefore it is advised to invest your time in polity, and in fact you can even begin your preparations with polity. So even if you look at the way how upscprep.com has designed its course, we often begin our course with polity, and the reason is, once you understand the basics of polity, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना आसान हो जाता है, यू एबल टू मेक सेंस ऑफ पॉलिटी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन यू नो द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द कंट्री, इट बिकम्स ईजियर टू अंडरस्टैंड अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ योर सिलेबस एज वेल. सो इट इज़ अ गुड आइडिया टू बिगिन योर subject preparation with polity, also because polity is something that most people find interesting as well. Wait, what do you think? Just let me know. Now let's go to the main part of it. So what I've done is to help you understand how do you prepare for prelims and also lay a strong foundation for your mains alongside. तो जब आप अपने prelims के लिए prepare कर रहे हैं, this is the base that is going to help you in your mains preparation as well. Because at the end of the day, complete segregation is not possible. So while you're preparing for your prelims, of course you're learning the concepts, and those concepts are going to be useful to you in your mains preparation as well. So what I've done is, I call it as the 3 pillars of your polity preparation. And that's how we are going to go about this video as well. The first pillar is what we call as the basics. The second pillar is what we call as the current. And the third pillar is what we call as the extra edge. So we'll be talking about 3 things here: the basics, the current, and the extra edge. Chalo, let's get started one by one. सबसे पहले let's talk about the basics. So I know basics sound very basic, and when something sounds very basic, we tend to ignore it. But this is where all your magic lies. So the heart of quality preparation is actually your static portion. So yes, current affairs are important. Yes, you need to do certain things extra to answer those 2-3 questions, but still, static is the queen. So you need to be very, very good with your static portions. And what do I mean by static portions? Knowing about presidential elections, knowing about the preamble, knowing about fundamental rights, knowing about your DPSP, knowing how the speaker is elected, how does parliament functions, what are the different kinds of motion. This is where your real meat lies. So you have to be very, very good with your static portion, because a good look at PYQs will tell you, yes, there are 4 to 5 questions from current affairs. Yes, there are questions that derive their understanding from current affairs, but the questions do come from the static area. And this static area might seem easy, but when you start answering your questions, the options are so close that you sometimes miss it by a whisker. And that is why I tell you that you have to be very, very good with your static preparation. Because remember, this is where the magic lies. You have to not only read your basic sources, you have to master them. Because remember, this is the groundwork that you are laying. यही groundwork आपको GS paper 2 की preparation में काम आने वाला है. This is the groundwork that you'll need for answer writing also. So unless I know all about CAG, I can't answer a question which is on mains from this section of your syllabus. So my point is, basics have to be mastered. And when I say basics have to be mastered, I mean you should be very, very good with your concepts, and you should back them up with a lot of facts, and you should make sure that you memorize them, and you should make sure that you revise them as many times as possible, because revision is definitely the key to excelling in your polity section. So ma'am, all right, you've told us that basics are the heart of polity preparation, but what about the sources? तो पढ़ूँ कहाँ से मैम? तो चलो, let's answer the most asked question कि कहाँ से polity पढ़नी चाहिए? So by now, even if you know a little about UPSC preparation, you know that NCRTs are important. Every mentor, every teacher, every topper will tell you कि आपको NCRTs पढ़नी है. And yes, I'll tell you the same, that the very first source for your UPSC preparation and the polity section has to be your NCRTs. And there are pretty simple reasons for it. One, because of course they come from government sources, so they're definitely credible sources. And second, because they explain these concepts in a very simple language, because remember, they are written for school students. So the language is simple, the matter is absolutely authentic, and finally they cover the basics that we are talking about. तो जो basics हमें चाहिए वो इन्हीं NCRTs में है. Now another question that I know you'll ask me is, ma'am, which NCRTs? 6th से 12th पढ़ें, 8th से 9th 12th पढ़ें, या फिर 11th 12th के NCRT पढ़ें, कौन सी NCRTs पढ़ें? So see, the answer to this question will vary from person to person. Why? Because each one of you is different in your understanding of polity. So if you think you know nothing about polity preparation and you don't even know the basic terminologies, no problem. Just acknowledge that and begin reading from 6th class. Now, if you think no, a cursory reading of your 6th and 7th NCRT tells you that I'm pretty okay with it, and I'll be okay if I start with class 8 because I already know 6th and 7th pretty nicely. So you can begin with your 8th class NCRT. Similarly, if you think no, I'm pretty okay with 6th to 8th ka concepts by looking at the NCRT, so let me begin with class 9th. Now, ideally what I suggest is it take 2 days or 3 days to complete your 9th and 10th. So it's a good idea that even if you are not an absolute beginner, and even if you are from humanities, even if you have read polity before, it's a good idea to give 2-3 days to these two books, just so that you get a quick brush up of these concepts. Now, the very important NCRT is your class 11th NCRT. I've even given you the 2 cover pages of these books. One is the Indian Constitution at Work, and one is the Political Theory. absolutely necessary to read these two books. There is no thinking involved, no doubt involved that these two are the most important books that you have to read, and I call them as the priorities. Now, this book that you see here is class 11th book, and it talks about the Indian Constitution. It contains the very basics of the Indian Constitution. It is written in a very, very beautiful manner. In fact, you can derive certain pointers for your answer writing from here. This is the book that can be considered as a book that will give you the maximum return on investment and absolute conceptual clarity. So you must give your time, your effort to this book. Again, similarly, there's this book called Political Theory, which contains concepts like secularism, equality, justice. So it does make sense that you invest time on this book as well. So if you ask me, which are two NCRTs that are non-negotiable, that have to be done, ma'am, then they are Indian Constitution at Work and Political Theory. तो ये तो आपको करना ही करना है. There is no doubt about this. Now, some of you might be confused about class 12th NCRT. So there are two books. One is Contemporary World Politics and one is India After Independence. So see, they're not directly related to polity because contemporary world politics is part of your world history. More so, it helps you in your international relations. And also, India After Independence is, India's struggle for independence is more about your independence struggle, post-independence rather. So most of it is a part of political history of the country. Now, should I read? I don't see a harm in reading it. So what you can do is, the amount of time that you invest on them can be lesser than the time that you invest on these two books. But it would be a good idea to give 3 to 4 days to these class 12th NCRT also. Because of late we have seen questions like, say for example, the one on political parties, or say for example, the question on NAM, or the question related to world history, questions related to world history. Also, this contemporary world politics then helps you both in your world history and understanding the developments in international relations. So it's a good idea to know about UN, its major organs. It's a good idea to know what Cold War was. So I suggest, of course, lesser time than the time that you give to these two books, but it's a good idea to invest time on class 12 NCRTs as well. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is, आप पहले इन किताबों के साथ बैठिए, analyze your stage of preparation, analyze how confident you are with the concepts. And in case you think you're not confident, trust me, investing time on NCRTs is never going to harm you. So if you think that I know nothing, then please pick up that 6th class NCRT and just begin. Because once you start doing it, it'll appear very easy to you. Why? Because you'll be able to recall these stuffs being discussed in school as well. And the way these NCRTs have been written, you're going to get strong conceptual clarity. Having said that, time बहुत कम है आपके पास and you have only 2 books to pick, then these are the 2 books that I want you to pick and be very thorough with them. Read them, revise them, reread them, do it as many times as you want to, but do it. So these are going to be your priorities. Now, when I talk about static, remember we had divided the preparation into 3 pillars: the static, the current, and the extra edge. So when I talk about static, one more thing is going to help you, and that is your previous year's question. Super important for 2 reasons. One, because we often see questions being repeated from previous year's questions. And when I say repeated, yes, there have been verbatim questions, exact questions repeated, or there have been themes that have been repeated. So themes, for example, questions on speaker, or for example, question on due process of law, or the question on anti-defection. So the questions are definitely repeated over the years, and therefore PYQs have to be your Brahmastra. Again, this has been often told to you, but you often tend to ignore it. But this is where the work lies, and this is where the magic lies. So please pick up your PYQs. Ideally, you should be picking up at least past 7 years. But if not, at least pick up last 5 years PYQs and keep them with you at all times. तो जब भी आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं PYQs को अपने साथ रखिए. In fact, I suggest a 5-fold approach to using your PYQs. Point number 1, what you can do is, you can do a topic wise practice. So what do I mean by this is, say you completed your topic on president. Now pick up all the questions that have been asked from President. There are a lot of compilations available, and answer all the questions from President का topic. See where does the gap lie, and then you look at कि मेरी preparation में इस topic में क्या कमी रह गई. Why am I not able to answer XYZ question? Why was I able to answer this question? So this is a good way to keep using PYQs while you're preparing your static portion. So topic wise practice is one thing that you can do. Second is, please don't make PYQs a once in a while activity. So I've seen students, when they're beginning with their preparation, they'll be very excited. They'll pick up PYQs and then they'll pick up PYQs before prelims. Now what happens is, when you do this, of course you're charged up in the beginning and of course you have a crisis at the end. But if you do it as a regular practice, you will be able to understand that you will be able to catch up on your mistakes. So when you make it a regular habit, आपको समझ में आएगा कि आप कहाँ गलती कर रहे हो. Is it the concept that you are failing at? Or is it the facts that you are not able to remember? Where does the problem lie? Or maybe you get very close to getting the right answer, but you miss it by a whisker. So maybe you are not very good with your revision. All I'm trying to tell you is, make PYQs a regular practice. Don't do it as a standalone activity that you do maybe in the beginning of your preparation and towards the end of it. We at UPSC Prep, what do we do when I take classes or our teachers, faculties take classes? What we do is, we integrate these PYQs along with the teaching only. So after every topic, we ask you to solve, see, this was the PYQ, try solving. इससे क्या होता है? You develop an understanding of the concept and you also develop an intuition of how the examiner wants to test you in that particular topic. So make sure that you're analyzing your answers, you're identifying your mistakes. Again, very important. These are the PYQs that also help you track trends. So as I told you, either they can be verbatim questions or they can be certain themes that are often repeated. तो आपको खुद ही रियलाइज होगा कि भैया एंटी डिफेक्शन तो हमारे एग्जामिनर्स का फेवरेट है. और ऑफ लेट देयर हैव बीन अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस ऑन द पॉलिटी एंड हिस्ट्री ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट. So I'll pick up any news item that is coming from northeastern India. So yes, they help you pick up trends as well. Now one more thing that you can do is revise with PYQs. So what I've seen is, जब आप पढ़ रहे होते हैं and you are starting a fresh topic, you're very excited, you're very happy and you give all your energy to it. But जैसे हम स्टूडेंट्स को बोलते हैं रिवाइज करो, पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है. रिविजन इज डिफिकल्ट, आई अंडरस्टैंड, बिकॉज योर ब्रेन क्रेव्स नोवेलिटी. आपके दिमाग को क्या लगता है कि भाई मुझे कुछ नया करना है ना, ये क्या मुझे पुराना दे रहे हो वापस वापस. सो वी लाइक न्यू थिंग्स. सो द प्रॉब्लम इज व्हेन यू आस्क टू रिवाइज, यू टेंड टू रन अवे फ्रॉम इट. सो इसके लिए आप क्या कर सकते हो, टू ब्रेक दैट मोनोटनी, यू यूज PYQs एज अ रिविजन टूल ऑल्सो. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे 5 टॉपिक हो गए, मुझे फर्स्ट टॉपिक फिर से रिवाइज करना है, पिकअप PYQs फ्रॉम दैट, स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग इट. सो एंड देन लुक एट द आंसर्स एंड थ्रू द आंसर्स रिवाइज इट. So PYQs can also become your revision tool. Take note of these 5 basics of PYQs and you will be rewarded immensely. Now, when you talk about static, of course you have to talk about this book, that is M. Lakshmikant. Should I be reading it? Should it helpful? Is it helpful or not? See, what is M. Lakshmikant? It has been written in a way that it makes the Indian polity and constitution given to you in a notes format. So yes, you have to read this book. Why? Because it contains all that you need to know for at least your prelims section. Now I'm not saying this book is enough for your mains as well, but as I told you, the purpose is to lay a strong foundation for your prelims and prepare the basics for your mains as well. So ma'am, how do I read this book? Read conceptually. On this very channel, there is a video available on how to read Lakshmikant. I suggest after watching this, you watch that as well. So yes, conceptual clarity has to be the primary thing in your mind while you're reading M. Lakshmikant. So जब आप पढ़ रहे हैं that fundamental rights are justiciable, know what does justiciability means. Sometimes you might have to Google a word. Sometimes you might have to search for an explanation on the same. Do it. Don't let anything pass without reading. Conceptual clarity is your pillar and you have to take that once you are into this preparation. While you're reading, should I be making notes, ma'am? Lakshmikant is already written in a notes format. So how do you make notes of something that is already in notes format? Not needed. But yes, what you can do is you can highlight key pointers, you can keep writing certain keywords in the margin. That will help you revise when you're coming back to Lakshmikant the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Yes, and that's what brings me to next point, that is this book needs multiple revisions. Now I've been reading, teaching for over 8 years now, and even when I pick up Indian polity again, there are certain nuances that are new to me, because there's so many nuances that need to be uncovered. So all I'm trying to tell you is, if you don't revise it multiple times, the questions might seem similar to you. You might think कि मैंने ये कहीं देखा है, I know this option, but you will not be able to answer that question. Answering that question is possible only when you read it multiple times. So multiple revisions have to be done, my dear students. Also, make sure that you're solving your MCQs regularly. Now, what do you mean by regularly, ma'am? I have already integrated this. Once you're done with a topic, say for example, you're done with president ka topic, vice president ka topic, pick up MCQs and solve them. Pick up MCQs and solve them. And also use the idea कि भैया इसमें से मेरे को कितनी गलतियां हुई, what were the mistakes that I did, what were the good areas that I was okay with, and keep noting them down. And of course I always suggest to make a diary of mistakes as well, जहाँ हम लिखते भी जाइए कि मेरे से ये गलती हुई क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हुए, एंड नेक्स्ट टाइम आई डोंट हैव टू मेक दिस मिस्टेक. मैंने पढ़ा नहीं, टैक्स लिखा था, आर्टिकल 29 में माइनॉरिटीज था या ऑल सिटीजन्स था, वो जो छोटी छोटी मिस्टेक्स हैं, यू कीप राइटिंग देम डाउन इन योर डायरी ऑफ mistakes. Also, please, whenever you're reading your current affairs, make it a habit to go back to static areas. अब ये कैसे करते हैं? मान लीजिए कि स्पीकर न्यूज़ में है किसी रीज़न से, एंड स्पेसिफिकली स्पीकर के इलेक्शन के ऊपर कई सारे आर्टिकल्स आ रहे हैं. सो व्हाट यू डू इज यू पिक अप योर लक्ष्मीकांत एंड क्विकली रिवाइज कि स्पीकर का इलेक्शन होता कैसे है. आई टेल यू लेटर दैट हाउ दीज क्वेश्चंस आर फॉर्म्ड इज, you would sometimes see a lot of question in your prelims which appear to be static questions, derive their existence from current affairs. तो क्योंकि XYZ चीज़ न्यूज़ में थी, they picked up a static portion from that particular topic and they asked you a question on it. तो जब भी आप current affairs पढ़ रहे हैं, make it a habit कि आप उसके static portion को revisit करें from your book. And this approach single-handedly will help you solve answers and will also help you relate current affairs with the static portion. So to summarize, is this book important? Yes. Do I have to read conceptually? Yes. But do I need to memorize? Oh yes. What do you need to do? You need to highlight the key pointers. You need to solve your MCQs regularly. And I can't emphasize it enough that multiple revisions are required of this book. And also, whenever you're referring to your current affairs, make sure to back it up with your static revision. With this, we're done with pillar number 1, that is static. Now let's talk about the pillar number 2, जो कि है current affairs. अब देखो बहुत सिंपल सी बात है, the current affairs questions from polity section दो तरीके के होते हैं. One are direct questions. Direct questions जैसे कि नारी शक्ति वंदन अधिनियम पर क्वेश्चन आ गया था. So this is a direct question. Any committee is in news, any amendment has happened, any new development has happened, that is your direct question. So one part of current affairs is something that has happened, an event in current affair, and they are asking you as a question in your examination. So current affairs, the other type of current affair, is one that is derived from current but is a static question. I'll show you some questions to help you understand this. Basically the idea is, कोई current affairs news में है और उस करंट अफेयर पे क्वेश्चन ना पूछ के उसके बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट या उसके स्टैटिक एरिया से क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है. तो जब भी आप करंट अफेयर्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, आपको दोनों चीजें दिमाग में रखनी है. देयर कैन बी क्वेश्चंस दैट आर डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम करंट अफेयर्स एंड देयर आर क्वेश्चंस दैट आर डायरेक्टली आस्क्ड फ्रॉम करंट अफेयर्स, एंड यू हैव टू डील विद बोथ ऑफ देम ऑफ कोर्स टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चंस करेक्टली. अब जैसे ये क्वेश्चन देखो, दिस वाज आस्क्ड इन योर प्रीलिम्स 2025. द क्वेश्चन रिवॉल्व्ड अराउंड द डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर्स ऑफ द गवर्नर. Now, of course, this is a static question. कोर पॉलिटी का क्वेश्चन है कि आपको डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर पता होने चाहिए गवर्नर के. बट इफ यू हैव बीन फॉलोइंग करंट अफेयर्स, यू नो दैट गवर्नर के डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर न्यूज में थे ऑल थ्रू 2024 एंड 2025, स्पेशली आफ्टर व्हाट हैपेंड इन तमिलनाडु. तो अब इसको मैं कहती हूँ क्वेश्चंस विच आर ऑफ स्टैटिक but they have been derived from current affairs. तो ये आपको कैसे तैयार करना है? The same approach that I told you. See, again I'll tell you, in our classes, जो current affairs की classes होती हैं, जो रोहन सर लेते हैं, he makes sure that when he is discussing current affairs, he picks up those static areas also and help you revise. But अगर आप खुद से भी तैयारी कर रहे हैं, आप कर सकते हैं. So how do you do it? Whenever you're reading your current affairs, pick up your static ka book and you revise it. So make sure anything that is going on in news, you're very thorough with those core concepts also. आप एक काम और कर सकते हैं, you can maintain a list कि वो कौन कौन से topics हैं जो बार बार current affairs में आ रहे हैं, and at the end of your cycle, exam cycle, and when prelims is near, you can quickly bring that list and revise those core areas. That is also going to be super helpful. ऐसे ही another example, 2024 prelims, you can see there was a question on ethics committee. Now why was this question? Of course this looks like a static question. Ethics committee के बारे में सब कुछ पूछा है, but ethics committee news में थी because of Mahua Moitra was expelled from Lok Sabha, and there were a lot of articles like 5 takeaways from ethics committee report. तो ethics committee अपने आप news में आ गई. So what you had to do was you had to revise the static area of ethics committee. And that is what I mean by the static questions which are derived from current affairs. And then of course there are direct questions like this one, the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. This is a direct question. Now again, whenever any amendment comes up, when any new act is passed, there's certain committee or commission that has been established, you have to take note of it and you have to go into specific details. Specifically अगर constitutional amendment हुआ है, भाई अगर कोई constitutional amendment हो रहा है, that is a big event. That is a big development. So you need to know it in and out with the specific details and with multiple revisions. That is absolutely important. So ma'am, yes, you've told us what kind of questions are asked. You've also told us the question types. But what is going to be our source for current affairs? Remember, जब मैंने ये video start किया था, I told you the idea is to not only tell you how to prepare polity for your prelims, but also how you can lay the groundwork for your mains preparation. तो आइडिया सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि आपको प्रीलिम्स की तैयारी कैसे करनी है ये बताया जाए, ये भी बताया जाए कि साथ साथ आप मेंस के लिए ग्राउंडवर्क कैसे रख सकते हैं. So now comes the very very important question कि मैम करंट अफेयर्स के लिए न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना है या नहीं. मेरा टेक इसमें बहुत सिंपल है. Even if you watch n number of editorials, videos available, even if you are looking for any kind of shortcut, looking for some news compilations, बिल्कुल करो. But the return on investment on reading newspaper is huge, because वो फिर सिर्फ आपको prelims में help नहीं करता. That helps you in comprehension, that helps you in developing analytical abilities, that also helps you in answer writing. तो मेरा इसमें टेक बिल्कुल सिंपल है. न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना है क्या? बिल्कुल पढ़ना है. न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ लेट्स से यू आर अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, आपके पास टाइम कम है, आप न्यूज़पेपर नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं. सो इन दैट केस व्हाट यू कैन डू इज एटलीस्ट रीड द एडिटोरियल्स, बिकॉज दे नॉट ओनली हेल्प यू इन कॉन्सेप्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग, फैक्चुअल डेवलपमेंट, बट दे ऑल्सो हेल्प यू इन एनालाइजिंग स्टफ which then is needed for your mains answer writing. So should you be reading newspaper? I don't think there is any doubt about it. You should. How much of it depends, of course, आपके पास कितना टाइम है, आप किस स्टेज ऑफ प्रिपरेशन में है, और आप जो है एक वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल है या फुल टाइम तैयारी कर रहे हैं. So pick your weapon accordingly, but newspaper has to be read. Now, how do you use monthly magazines? So very good monthly magazines are available, compilations are available, and they're important. Why are they important? Is because they do the hard work for you. So they'll bring up topics, they'll do a static analysis of it also, static भी उसमें include कर देंगे, तो बड़ी अच्छी बात है. So monthly magazines are definitely a great idea to prepare your polity section. But here is the catch. If you have not been reading newspapers, the developments in monthly magazines will not come easy to you. So for me, the monthly magazine should be your revision tool. जिससे आप पूरे महीने जो भी पढ़ा, don't need to make notes anymore because somebody else is doing it for you. So what you're doing at the end of the month is you are revising the entire month using the monthly magazines. And approach याद रखना, अपने दिमाग में सोचते रहना किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, या तो डायरेक्ट आ सकते हैं या फिर लिंकेज वाले आ सकते हैं. तो दोनों के लिए आप साथ साथ पढ़ाई करते जाएं. Another thing that we often suggest in our classes is make it a habit to visit government websites. तो मान लो जो है FSI न्यूज़ में था, और एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट वाज इन न्यूज़. देयर हैव बीन लेटली क्वेश्चंस ऑन these agencies, these bodies as well. तो आप क्या करें, इन वेबसाइट्स को विजिट करें, एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग यू इन्वेस्ट 2 hours ऑन इट, नो, 15 minutes 20 minutes पढ़ के बोर हो गए तो गो इनटू द अबाउट अस सेक्शन ऑफ इट, एटलीस्ट नो कि ये स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है क्या, एटलीस्ट ये देख लो कि इसका स्टैब्लिशमेंट कब हुआ था, अच्छा ये देख लो कि ये कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर आती है. सो एनीथिंग दैट इज बीन इन न्यूज, हैव दिस लिटिल प्रैक्टिस ऑफ विजिटिंग देयर वेबसाइट्स, एंड दैट हैज अ ग्रेट रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, बिकॉज वो आपको लंबे समय तक याद भी रहता है. एंड देन यू रिमेंबर कि अच्छा मैंने वहाँ पढ़ा था कि ये कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री में है, अच्छा ओके ये एक स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है, इस एक्ट से बनी थी. So again, a habit to cultivate over time is that you visit these websites, these government agencies, ministries, and know at least the about us section of the same. इसके अलावा of course there are a lot of main specific stuff which we are going to discuss in the video where we talk about polity specifically for the main section. Now, while I'm reading my current affairs, what should be the focus of my readings? So ये आप कहीं लिख लें, याद रखें कि आपको स्पेसिफिकली बिल्स और एक्ट्स पर ध्यान रखना है. अगर कोई जुडिशियल जजमेंट आया है, न्यूज में है, उसमें कोई डॉक्ट्राइन, कोई प्रिंसिपल डिस्कस हो रहा है, कोई आर्टिकल डिस्कस हुआ है, कोई मेजर बात कही गई है, दैट कैन बिकम योर क्वेश्चन. सो जुडिशियल जजमेंट्स ऑल्सो हैव टू बी टेकन सीरियसली. देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज सम गवर्नमेंट स्कीम, or there's some committee or commission that has been established, or there's some constitutional amendment. So they have to be your priority. Any bills, any acts, any judicial judgments, any schemes, any committee or commission, any kind of constitutional amendment, you have to pick them up very, very sincerely. Now this is also our second pillar done, that is current affairs. So if you remember हमने डिस्कस किया था कि हमारी प्रेपरेशन के 3 पिलर्स होने वाले हैं, the basic, the current and the extra edge, and this is to be in this order. तो अगर मैं एक बिगिनर हूँ, I have to start with the basics, I have to build up with the current affairs, and फिर मुझे तड़का लगाना है of the extra edge. So begin with the basics, add current affairs to it, and then move on to the extra edge. तो अब बात करते हैं the third pillar of our preparation, and the third pillar of our preparation is what I call as the extra edge. अब ये एक्स्ट्रा एज क्या है, तो आप नोटिस करिएगा ना, पुट सम क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम योर PYQs. देयर आर सम कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस इन योर एग्जाम. से फॉर एग्जांपल दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन ड्यू प्रोसेस ऑफ लॉ, जो अगर आपको ड्यू प्रोसेस ऑफ लॉ का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं पता है तो आप इसको आंसर नहीं कर सकते हैं. और से फॉर एग्जांपल दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन स्टेट क्या है, व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ स्टेट. और देयर आर सो मेनी अदर क्वेश्चंस, से फॉर एग्जांपल द क्वेश्चन ऑन नेचुरल जस्टिस और द क्वेश्चन ऑन सॉवरेनिटी, सेक्युलरिज्म. सो व्हाट आई हैव डन इज I've given you certain important conceptual topics that you have to prepare. अब इसको प्रिपेयर करने का तरीका क्या है, कुछ वीडियोस हमने भी बनाए हैं, you can check them out. They'll be linked in the description, especially on the conceptual part of polity. Or you can just pick up the topic, Google it, watch a video related to it, but you make sure that these concepts sit well with you. आप एक practice और कर सकते हैं. In your notes you can have a little column of dictionary or keywords. And you can just write the concept and you expand it there itself so that these concepts sit well with you. तो जब आपने बेसिक्स कर लिए हैं, जब आपने करंट अफेयर कर लिए हैं, तो इस तरीके के जो क्वेश्चन है जो डॉक्ट्राइन से रिलेटेड आते हैं, द डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ हार्मोनियस कंस्ट्रक्शन, द डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ एक्लिप्स, द डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ पिथ एंड सब्सटेंस, जो हम लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ते वक्त कई बार छोड़ देते हैं, इवन दो दे आर देयर इन लक्ष्मीकांत. कॉन्सेप्ट जो हम भूल जाते हैं, इनको आपको स्पेशली अलग से तैयार करना है. लिया तो यू ऑल्सो डन विद द एक्स्ट्रा एज. सो डॉक्ट्राइन्स प्रिपेयर कर ली, कॉन्सेप्ट्स कर लिए, करंट अफेयर्स कर लिया, स्टैटिक कर लिया. दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू डू. अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि कोई एक लंबी लिस्ट ऑफ बुक्स आपको दे दी जाए एंड दैट इज द वे टू डू पॉलिटी, देन इट इज नॉट. बिकॉज रिमेंबर आई टोल्ड यू द मैजिक लाइज इन डूइंग द ऑर्डिनरी. तो ये ऑर्डिनरी है, पर इसी को करने में आपके क्वेश्चन सॉल्व होने वाले हैं, और यही आप नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज यू वुड वॉन्ट टू बाय n नंबर ऑफ बुक्स, n नंबर ऑफ मटीरियल, n नंबर ऑफ रिसोर्सेज, जिसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. ज़रूरत यह है कि आप इनको अच्छे से करें, इन्हें मल्टीपल टाइम्स रिवाइज करें. बिकॉज ट्रस्ट मी, सुनने में लग रहा है कि ये क्या है, बट जब आप इसे करने बैठेंगे तो आपको चीज़ों को मल्टीपल बार पढ़ना पड़ेगा, रिवाइज करना पड़ेगा, हार्डवर्क करना पड़ेगा. बट अगेन एज आई सेड, दिस इज वेयर योर मैजिक विल हैपन. नाउ बिफोर आई लीव यू, आई हैव सम बोनस टिप्स फॉर यू. तो ये है आपका बोनस टिप नंबर 1. जब आप अपनी तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो याद रखिए, प्रीएम्बल याद कर लीजिए. रिमेंबर फंडामेंटल राइट्स, DPSPs एंड फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज. आई टेल यू व्हाई. वन, बिकॉज पॉलिटी में डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस आए हुए हैं, कितनी तरीके के जस्टिस हैं, सोशल, इकोनॉमिक, पॉलिटिकल, कितनी तरीके की लिबर्टी है। प्रियम्बल से डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं, प्रियम्बल आपको याद होना चाहिए बाय हार्ट। फंडामेंटल राइट्स, आर्टिकल्स, कौन से आर्टिकल में क्या है, कोई आर्टिकल स्पेसिफिकली किस बारे में बात करता है, याद रखिएगा। डीपीएसपी विद आर्टिकल याद होने चाहिए, कौन से डीपीएसपी में क्या है। और फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, कौन सी फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी कौन सी है, याद कर लीजिए। दो फायदे मैंने आपको बताया है। पहला फायदा, डायरेक्टली प्रीलिम्स के क्वेश्चंस आंसर कर पाएंगे, एंड सेकंड, यू कैन यूज दिस इन योर मेंस आंसर राइटिंग। सो बहुत अच्छा तरीका है टू बिगिन योर आंसर विद अ प्रोविजन ऑन फंडामेंटल राइट्स, अगर ऑर्गेनिकली फिट हो रहा है तो, या फिर कोई प्रोविजन ऑफ योर फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी। सो बोनस टिप नंबर 1, मेमोराइज प्रियम्बल, फंडामेंटल राइट, डीपीएसपी एंड फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज। बोनस टिप नंबर 2, जब पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं तो ध्यान दीजिए स्केड्यूल्स पर। कितने स्केड्यूल्स हैं, कौन से स्केड्यूल में क्या दे रखा है। ऑन द पार्ट्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं, एंड ऑल्सो ऑन द इम्पॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स। तो मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा, अगर आप हमारी क्लास का पार्ट है तो हम आपको बताते हैं ये आर्टिकल वो आर्टिकल। अगर आप खुद से तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो भी आपको पता चलेगा। कैसे पता चलेगा, आर्टिकल मल्टीपल टाइम्स रिपीट हो रहा है, आर्टिकल 74 पता नहीं कितनी जगह पढ़ाया गया है, 368 कितनी बार न्यूज़ में आता है। सो दोज बिकम योर इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स एंड दे हैव टू बी रिवाइज्ड। तो याद रखिएगा, बोनस टिप नंबर 1, मेमोराइज योर प्रियम्बल, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, डीपीएसपीज एंड फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज। Make sure that you keep a check on your schedules, on the important parts of the constitution and the important articles. ये अगर आपने कर लिया तो trust me, you are sorted. Because remember, आपने सुना होगा शायद, practice is a virtue. Quality में ना, practice is a very strategic move. आपको क्या करना है, you have to stick to your resources, you have to trust these basics and you will be rewarded. अगर आप digress हुए कि मार्केट गए, जीभ लपलपाई, नया मैटर उठा लिया, तो यू विल बी स्टक इन अ विशियस साइकिल। बिकॉज फिर क्या होगा, आप 3 जगह से पढ़ेंगे, उसको रिवाइज करेंगे नहीं, एंड देन यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू आंसर क्वेश्चंस, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन सुने हुए तो लगेंगे बट पिन पॉइंटिंग देम वुड बी डिफिकल्ट। तो लॉन्ग गेम ऑलवेज जीतता है। अभी टाइम लगेगा, एनसीईआरटी पढ़ने बोल रही है मैम, टाइम लगेगा, बट द रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट इज ह्यूज। एंड रिमेंबर, यू आर हियर टू विन द एंटायर बैटल and not just prelims or mains. So the idea is, invest time on polity, be good with your basics, be good with your concepts, revise your facts multiple times and solve your PYQs, and trust me, इसके अलावा आपको और कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। Now this was a video that was dedicated to how do you prepare polity if you are an absolute beginner, and sort your prelims and lay the groundwork for your mains. Now, if you want a part 2 of the video where we talk about how do we build on this and how do we then become mains ready, so then you just let us know in the comment section and I'll make a video on the same. But if you're a beginner, this is where you start. Now go and start. Take care and all the best.